Indian hotels recently touched a historic milestone. It opened its 200th hotel in Jaisalmer. My colleague Mangalam Maloo caught up with the managing director and CEO of the company, Puneet Chhatwal. He began by asking Mr. Chhatwal on the milestone itself and, of course, growth and expansion plans going forward. Listen in.
Well, it's a double century, so it's always good. Hopefully, very soon we'll be having a triple century, because we have 80 plus hotels in pipeline, and the guidance that we have given under our strategy is to have a portfolio in operation or under development of 300 plus hotels by the end of next financial year.
So let's talk about the recent events that happened. There was this shift towards Indian destinations, Indian coastlines, and then we were reading reports of you already having a property in Havelock. You already have a property in a lot of the Indian beach areas, and you are probably planning 2 hotels in Lakshadweep as well?
That's correct, in the islands of Soheli and Kadmat. And we signed those almost like 10 months ago, so the design is getting very close to the completion phase. And we hope to get under construction in the next 3 to 6 months, subject to all the planning and all the approvals that are needed.
So how many keys would both these properties be?
Because we are still in the final stages of design, and the endeavor or the aspiration is to get at least 200 in both of them together. And that comes with the number of villas we'll do, the number of suites we'll do, the number of 3-bedroom properties as standalone that we'll do. So we are aiming to no less than 200 for both the islands together.
How do you see the positioning of Lakshadweep versus Maldives right now in terms of pricing, in terms of the kind of people that are likely to go there? Do you think your Maldives property saw some cancellations, etc.?
Maldives is a well-established destination for so many decades, and destinations are not built in a day. If you look at Goa, it took us almost 30 years for Goa to get where it is today, but we built the Fort Aguada 50 years ago, when that was the need of the hour. So this year, Fort Aguada celebrates 50 years. So it takes time for destinations to get built, because it's not just the hotel. It's the entire infrastructure that a destination needs. And no matter how much you fast track, it is not we open a hotel and then there'll be a queue of people. Yes, there will be a queue of people wanting to go to the Taj, but they need to get there too. So I think destinations need to evolve, but from its beauty, it is maybe even higher rated by most people who have visited these islands than the Maldives.
I wanted your thoughts on, since you spoke about the infrastructure and the ecosystem that happens when something of repute comes to a destination. We're all talking about the Ayodhya Ram temple, right? There are a lot of hotels looking to open their doors. You have a property out there as well, which will open in the next couple of years, etc. What do you think of this spiritual tourism as a sect right now in terms of a business opportunity? You have, if I remember correctly, a couple of hotels in Tirupati, a few in all the other places as well.
Actually, you'll be surprised. I think nobody covers the spiritual destinations in India as we do. We can boast of almost 50 hotels, a total of 50 hotels in operation and a few under development in different spiritual destinations, and a lot of expansion that is going on there. So as an example, we are adding 100 new rooms which are under construction in Taj Ganges. So that'll be more than doubling the size of Taj Ganges. We have added a few rooms in the Nadesa Palace, the traditional palace. It's not possible to just expand it in the way we want, but we'll be adding luxurious tents out there. So we are in Banaras, we are in Tirupati with a Taj, but in the next 6 to 8 weeks, we are opening another property out there. So there will be a second property. We are at the Golden Temple with the Taj in Amritsar. So the list can go on. And we are very pleased because spiritual tourism is something that has gained a lot more recognition. It has gained a lot more in importance. And honestly speaking, it is crisis resistant. unless a COVID-19 lockdown hits you, I think one place where people will always go, whether it's a wedding or it's sad news or it's praying for more success or praying for whatever else you want, that is a spiritual destination. And we are very strategically focused on increasing our presence. And many of these destinations will not have just one brand, they will have most of our brands. Now, Ayodhya over time will see a Vivanta, a Ginger, a Selections, a Taj. All four, and any new brands we might do in the future.
You said that the demand is likely to outpace supply in the near future at least. Do you think the costs are likely to outpace the rate at which demand will grow as well, or do you think
It's an
you've
interesting
managed?
question. So inflation is there. It's not that the costs have not increased, but our ability to charge is far higher because of the quality of demand and the quality of supply. So as long as demand outpaces supply, your ability to charge is higher. If your ability to charge is higher, it's easier for you to absorb
At
the
what
increase
point does
in
it
cost.
hit that growth ceiling in terms of your ability
When
to
it
charge?
reverses, the supply is higher than the demand, and we have been through that post 26/11, post global financial crisis, and the entire sector witnesses that when something happens, like the global financial crisis following Lehman. The entire Western world was very badly impacted in the hospitality sector. Demand really crashed. So COVID-19 was another such situation that came.
What about the property backdoors? We have the Taj Sea Rock. You said that you were awaiting some clearances.
Yes,
Some of them you
so
got. What's the
happy
update
to
there?
share. I think I did that already.
Yeah.
But we have got the fire NOC, and that's a very big step. The next step is getting the permissions from BMC. Then it will go to MOEF, and the
Yes, the
process
protocol.
is on the way.
I'm basically asking what's the kind of investment outlay that you've envisaged for something like this?
An investment like Sea Rock is, it's as a listed company, we always have given those figures is in our books at a very high level in terms of the pricing of the land. So all in all, after building, it's 2,000 crore plus investment in a single asset. The good thing is more than half of it we already have, and we don't expect or envisage to spend the rest of the money on our own. We'll get somebody to partner with us, and us keeping the majority, and the rest of the capital, I'm sure, on an iconic asset like that, which would not just be iconic for Taj, but iconic for India, just like the founder Jamshedji Tata built the asset in Kolaba. This would be the asset for the next 100 years for this part of town. I'm sure we have many, many aspirants as partners, both within the group and outside.
That's Indian Hotels for you.